This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, work is moving forward with a community center in Shenandoah. That story and more is coming up. Happy Friday, everyone. We made it. I'm Ken Kara, and this is FYI on SSPTV and SSPTV.com. Let's take a look at our FYI Standard Speaker headlines. A shocking discovery was made in Tamaqua. 3 little kittens were found inside a trash dumpster on Wednesday. According to TamaquaArea.com, the Tamaqua Area Animal Rescue was alerted after employees of Sisters Katina made the discovery in a dumpster on their property. These are photos of the kittens courtesy of TamaquaArea.com. The kittens, now safe and sound, will receive flea and worm treatments as well, and this latest discovery leaves the shelter caring for about 1 dozen cats. Donations of food, cat litter, and other supplies are needed. Call 570-778-7722. Meanwhile, the Tamaqua Crime Watch is offering a $250 cash reward for any reliable information that leads to the arrest of the person who placed the kittens in the trash dumpster. Hazleton police are investigating a shooting incident. It happened just before 10 p.m. Wednesday in the area of Pine and Hemlock Streets in the city. Police discovered several bullet holes in a residence. No injuries were reported. Anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton Police. Tomorrow marks the dedication and unveiling of the official state historical marker to commemorate the Shepton mine disaster of 1963. The ceremony is hosted by the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission together with the citizens of Shepton. The public is invited to share in this day, which commemorates the event of 52 years ago when 2 miners, Henry Throne and David Fellon, were successfully rescued from 320 feet below the surface. Sadly, a third miner, Louis Bova, was never found. The ceremony takes place tomorrow from 10 a.m. rain or shine at Schoolhouse Road in Shepton, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. tomorrow. The 17th Annual Heritage Day and Parade of Nations will take place tomorrow in Shenandoah. The annual event celebrates the many cultures that make up the local community. 21 nations will be represented in this year's parade, which will kick off at 10 a.m. tomorrow. The parade will be followed by Heritage Day festivities at Girard Park. 3 vintage airplanes will make their way to Hazleton on Monday. The rare World War II aircraft will land at the Hazleton Regional Airport as part of the Wings of Freedom tour. You're invited to see up close and in person a Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress, Consolidated B-24 Liberator, and North American P-51 Mustang. The special displays are made possible by the Collings Foundation. The vintage aircraft also visited Hazleton in 2008, 2011, and 2014. For reservations or information on flights, you can call 800-568-8924. The planes will be on display from noon until 5 p.m. on August 24th, and from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on August 25th, and from 9 a.m. to noon on August 26th. The aircraft will depart for Wall Township, New Jersey on August 26th. For more information, you can visit collingsfoundation.org. Sponsors and golfers are needed for a tournament that will benefit the restoration of a historic building in Shenandoah. Lisa Sugart has more on how you can help.
A special event will be taking place in our area, and it's all to benefit the renovation of a 100-year-old building. The 5th annual Cooper Cup takes place on August 28th at the Schuylkill Country Club, and it benefits the renovations underway at the J.W. Cooper Community Center in Shenandoah. Here to tell us all about it today is the gentleman who is behind all of these renovations, Kent Steinmetz, who is the president of the 501c3 that is running that community center, and also pleased to be joined by Michael Barracato, a professional who will be playing a lovely piece for us as we leave here today, who is also supporting this great cause. I'm going to start with you, Kent. Tell us about the golf tournament. This is the 5th year that this is taking place and what it all benefits.
Well, Lisa, it is the 5th annual Cooper Cup, and the importance of this event is we have currently no funding from the building itself until we have it fully renovated. So it's events like this that actually help pay the taxes, the electric bill, the phone bill, and this is our largest one of the year. So we're really hoping to have a great crowd support us next Friday. We could still use about 45 golfers, so it's not too late yet to join the ranks. All you have to do is email me at kent@steinmetzjewelers.com or call my cell phone at 570-617-8255. 8920. I'd be happy to put you on the registry, and we don't need the fees until Friday of the event.
All righty. Now, this is all benefiting the renovations at the J.W. Cooper Community Center. That's the former high school. So why are you involved in this? Why is it so important that now there is a 501c3 making it a nonprofit organization to organize the renovations for this structure?
Well, I really do like the Shenandoah community. There's a lot of fine people up there, and they really could use a community center the size of the old high school. That center has within it a swimming pool. It's actually the oldest in Pennsylvania in a high school. It has a youth center. It has room for 20 vendor suites and an 800-seat auditorium. And the building's in not that terrible shape that it cannot yet be saved. It would have had to have been torn down a few years ago at great expense, but because the 501c3 stepped in, we were able to save it, and now it's a multi-million-dollar project to finish the job. Unfortunately, it's not ADA compliant yet. We still need to put an elevator in, although we received a variance last year for a multi-year variance. We still need to put it in. We're gutting the corner where it's going to be installed, but at almost $250,000 of this elevator is going to cost. So again, it's an event like this that really helps.
Absolutely. And one gentleman that has stepped up to the plate to help is Michael, who has performed concerts in this building in the past. And you're originally from Boston? Or no, you're originally from this area, but you were living in Boston, came back. How are you involved in all this?
Well, I have known Kent for a while, and as I gotten to know Kent, I realized he's a really committed person, and the effort he's put in to better the community, I not only admire it, but I'd like to support it.
So what will you be doing at the golf tournament?
Yes, I'm a bass player, and I perform and teach at events, and at this event, I'll be performing for about an hour.
Wow. So it's nice to have people like that dedicated to helping out your cause. So what do you say to people like Michael and everybody out there? You need their help.
Yes, I really do appreciate Mike's help, and I really would appreciate help from the community. We've already received a lot. It's going to be a great event. Michael will be playing over the lunch and then before the award ceremony. So I'm looking forward to hearing him. He's always he's never left me down, and he's also a great musician.
All righty. Well, again, this is the 5th Annual Cooper Cup taking place Friday, August 28th. The information up on your screen. Get in touch with Kent. It's not too late to join. You can sign up even the day of the event. And for a little sample of what you'll be hearing during lunch at the golf tournament, we're going to turn things over now to Michael.
Lisa, thank you for that interview. Wish I could slap the bass like that. Later on FYI, we reveal the schedule for our 2015 football previews. And up next, Adopt Me from the Hazleton Animal Shelter and so much more. We'll be right back.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The countdown continues to one of the largest street fairs around. There are just 22 days until FunFest 2015 in downtown Hazleton. The fun, food, crafts, entertainment, along with the big parade take place September 12th and 13th. For more information, go to funfestpa.org.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Doug Drost, the traveling one-man band, traveled to Hazleton on Friday to perform during the Farmers Market at the Pocket Park in the downtown area. By the way, the sausage and peppers I made with the peppers from last week's market were amazing. The peppers, though, very hot, like the temperatures recently. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 58 degrees. Our Saturday, sunny with a high in the mid-70s. Saturday night, partly cloudy. We'll get down to 59 degrees. On Sunday, 20% chance of showers showers, but a mostly sunny day with a high of 77. Sunday night will be partly cloudy with a low of 61. On Monday, we have a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny, high of 80 degrees. Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 58. And then on Tuesday, mostly sunny, once again in the mid-70s. Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low of 54 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
A new school year starts on September 2nd in the Hazleton Area School District, and we're trying to bring you up to date on some of the changes that are being made for this school year with the new superintendent of the Hazleton Area School District, Dr. Craig Butler, who recently served as the assistant superintendent, but now is at the helm for this year. Congratulations on your post. I know it's going by quickly. However, there are some changes coming in this year, and you told me one of them is an intervention period for the middle schools. What does that mean, and what does that impact have?
Well, correctly. So we, in looking at our data, student performance data, we know we have a great need in math. Our students are lagging behind state averages in math, particularly at K through 8. We looked at the data, we considered options, and we've increased the math at the 8th grade level to a double math period. So there'll be, in fact, 8th graders taking a double block, if you will, 2 periods combined of math. You might recall that our students in 7th grade have a double block of English language arts. So this really complements the middle school program, in my opinion, to be strong in language arts and math now, having the double component spread over the 2 grades. In doing so, Lisa, we felt we needed to also implement, along with that, what we're calling an intervention period for both grades 7 and 8. During the intervention period, our principals are working on remedial and enrichment enhancement type activities that would be geared specific to each individual learner. All the teachers in the building will participate as instructors, if you will, facilitators during the intervention period. And we're hoping this really will begin to start to meet individual needs with regard to student learning, close gaps, really strike the deficit for some of our students in those areas. And we're excited about the potential of this program, Lisa.
So now everyone has this intervention period, or only people who need it?
No, all students will engage in it, grades 7 and 8, each day. It will not be necessarily as long as a regular period, but it'll be long enough for it to be value-added, effective, and for it to be meaningful for the students.
And finally, one last question is, I know you've added another school psychologist.
Yes, we're very excited about that, Lisa. I really credit Mr. Carl Manfredi, our Director of Special Education, for being creative with regard to how he's using our special ed allocation. We have, prior to this year, we've had 4 school psychologists. And the load has been tremendous on those folks, Lisa, and such that it's oftentimes very difficult to keep up with state deadlines and being compliant in every area. So this 5th school psychologist will be a tremendous bonus. I do thank the school directors for their support in this regard. This extra person will help even caseloads, give us some extra strength in terms of identifying students in the early grades with special needs, to identify those students early and begin putting interventions into place with regard to individual educational plans that will help those younger kids.
All righty. Well, thank you, Dr. Butler, for joining us and telling us about some of the changes coming this year to the Hazleton Area School District. Again, classes start September 2nd.
Thank you, Lisa and Dr. Butler. Here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers on FYI right now. Pick 2, 1, 8, pick 3, 9, 3, 3, pick 4, 6, 7, 2, 8, and pick 5, 0, 5, 2, 6, 0. Lottery numbers on FYI brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency with 2 locations to serve you. One location is in Cunningham on Sugarloaf Avenue. The other one is in Nescopec on Broad Street. You can call Boyer Insurance in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescopec at 570-752-7343. 7683. You may have not won the lottery, but everyone's a winner when dogs and cats are on TV. Here's Adopt Me.
Hello again, and here I have with me Wiley. Wiley was adopted from us approximately 5 years ago, and unfortunately, due to a divorce by his owners, he had to come back to us. He's up for adoption again, and like all of our dogs up for adoption, is already neutered, tested for heartworm and Lyme disease and came up negative, and he's also fully vaccinated for rabies and distemper. Wiley is equal parts playful and affectionate, so we recommend somebody with a big heart and a big yard for him. He seems to do all right with the other dogs here, but as always, we recommend if you have a dog of your own to bring them down so we can do a meet and greet and make sure they'll be all right together. We think Wiley is a West Highland Terrier mix, so anybody used to terriers or small dogs will probably do very well with Wiley here. That's it for this week's dog. Let's have a look at our cats. And here I am with Oliver. Oliver is an approximately 3-month-old domestic shorthair who, as you can see, loves people and is very friendly. Like all of our cats, he's been tested for feline leukemia and FIV and came up negative for both. He is also neutered and current on all of his vaccinations, including his rabies and distemper shots. Oliver is more affectionate than playful, although we always recommend plenty of toys for anybody bringing home a new kitten. We're not sure how he is with dogs, but he seems to get along well with the other cats here at the shelter. So if anybody at home would like to adopt Wiley, Oliver, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazleton Animal Shelter at 101 North Poplar Street.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Are you ready for some football? Did I hear some no's? Well, that's okay because you have the weekend and Monday to get ready. So focus, because on Tuesday we kick off our 2015 football previews on FYI. First up, it's the men of Marion. We'll take a look at the Colts, who are runners-up in District 11 Single A last year. Wednesday is a bye day as Dave Seaman comes in for Dave Day. Thursday we'll meet the new coach at Shenandoah Valley, Kevin Bolinski. And Friday we talk about Monoy area's offense. That's always fun. Plus we'll talk with one of the Golden Bears about his interesting off-season training. On Monday, August 31st, we hit the ground running with Tamaqua area as they welcome back 1,000-yard rusher Colin Bud Moyer. Tuesday, the defending Anthracite League champs have some talent coming back with their quarterback Bobby Gregus and receiver Tevin Murray. We'll find out how North Schuylkill will replace some key players on the offensive line. Wednesday is another Dave Day, and then Thursday we'll get you ready for year 2 of the Mike Brennan era at Hazleton area with an interview with the Cougars head coach and their player Joey Basic. On Friday, the first day of high school football season, we debut something new on FYI. Every Friday we will be doing a different fun Football Friday feature to get you all ready for the action, and that starts on September 4th. While we're talking football and postseason races in baseball, I can practically taste the pumpkin coffee. It's just like fall. As you can see on the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard, the Cubs got another victory as October is getting closer and closer. The Iron Pigs and Rail Riders had their game postponed last night. They'll go their separate ways until they meet up for another series next week, starting on Thursday. Right now, it's time for Short Shots. Here's Ron Marchetti.
Friday, August 21st, Short Shots. Hi, everybody. Frank Gifford, USC All-American for the Trojans and All-Pro for the New York Giants. Died this past weekend. He was 85. Kind of a slow week, but things did happen worth mentioning since last Short Shots. On one day, the same day, every Major League Baseball team that was playing at home won. That's hard to imagine. But that never, ever happened before in Major League Baseball. Never, ever. Even when only 16 teams consisted the National and American Leagues. That's right. Wow. Now there are 30 teams. 4 were off last Thursday, but the other 26 played. The host clubs were 13-0. Strange things keep happening. Golfer Jason Day had a great day while winning the PGA in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Alex Rodriguez hit his 25th career Grand Slam this week after a 2-week slump. Lou Gehrig hit 23 Grand Slams, which was a record that stood for over 8 decades until A-Rod broke it in 2013. The Phillies traded Chase Utley to the Dodgers. Greg Bird, who? Bird, B-I-R-D, a 22-year-old rookie who was called up from AAA on Monday to replace hurt Mark Jussera. He had two-run home runs, his first 2 hits in the big leagues, to drive in all 4 runs that the Yankees needed to beat the Twins 4-3. Milwaukee's Ryan Braun hit his 252nd career homer to become the Brewers' all-time home run king. The Red Hot Cubs were on a 9-game winning streak, their longest in 10 years, before being cooled off by the Tigers 3 straight nights. The Cunningham Crusher is back off the DL. Russ Canada is looking forward to having a strong finish for the season. The Little League World Series starts today in South Williamsport. It should have yesterday, but rain caused 8 games to be played today and tonight. Last night in their first exhibition, Redskin quarterback RG3 got hurt again. A concussion and a stinger. He threw 8 times, got decked hard 6 times as he was throwing. He dropped the ball while running without contact, then fell on it before about 12 players piled on top of him. He got hurt. His own fault. He's out again for a short time, I hope. But so is the jury out on Griffin, and I think they will stay out. I'm a huge Redskin fan, but RG3 is or is going to be a bust. Mother of God, enough is enough. Finally, high school football practice opens officially on Monday. So it opened on Monday, so did field hockey, soccer, and volleyball. The Cougars' first scrimmage will be tomorrow, 10 a.m. at Harmon Geist against East Strasburg. Have a great weekend. Till Monday, be a good sport. And stay loose.
Be happy, it's Friday, and go to Bottlenecks for half-price happy hour starting at 6 p.m. They have live music and half-price appetizers.
In tonight's Talk of the Town report, register for the Pilgrimage for Peace 2015, Sunday, September 13th at the Holy Dormition Friary, with morning prayers at 10 a.m., anointing for healing at noon, divine liturgy at 1 p.m., children's programs at 3:30, spiritual talk at 4, and vespers at 5. For more information, call 570-788-1212. And the Thelma Urban Memorial Fund presents the first annual Superban Run, 5K run and 1 mile fun run walk, Saturday, October 17th at the Tamaqua Area School District Sports Complex. The cost is only $25 if postmarked by Monday, September 14th. Register online at pretzelcitysports.com. For more information, call Roseanne at 570-527-3534. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town report. FYI News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Wayne M. Malisco of Weatherly. Burial will be held Tuesday at noon at St. Mary's Byzantine Catholic Church. Interment is private under the direction of the Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home. Lucian Danny of West Hazleton. Funeral will be held 10:30 on Monday at the Hazel Chapel of Crop and Hughes Funeral Home. Interment will be at the Mountain View Cemetery. Friends may call the chapel from 7 to 9 p.m. Loretta Fisher of Sugarloaf Township. Memorial service will be held Wednesday at 10 a.m. at the Christ Evangelical Lutheran Church, under the direction of the Harmon Funeral Home and Crematory. And Micheline Helen Kubicki, formerly of West Hazleton. Mass will be held Saturday at 10 a.m. at Transfiguration Church. Friends may call Saturday at 9 a.m. at the Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home.
One Friday they're going to come to this shot. I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be at Bottlenecks. But since I'm still here right now, I'll tell you that for breaking news, go to standardspeaker.com and facebook.com/FYI News 13. See you on Monday. Take it easy, everyone.